Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna show you about my research about financial resilience of Islamic banks amid economic uncertainty, performance, and macroeconomic analysis in Indonesia. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Adi Setinugroho as a presenter and also second author for this research. And there is Mr. Anzar Al-Fat Firdaus. He is the first author. He is also have contribution to this research. We are from Universitas Jenderal Sudirman. Mr. Anzar Al-Fat Firdaus is from Department of Economics, and I from Department of Accounting. Okay, and now let's get started. Islamic banks. Islamic banks have a role to distribute money between business. The development of Islamic banks is very rapid if you look at the asset value for all banks in the world, reaching 2.19 trillion US dollar in 2018. And there is also many function of banks. The first as a fund collector, the second as a fund distributor, the third as a financial services provider, and the fourth search in non-performing loans. There was a consistent increase from 2017 to 2019, reaching a peak in 2019 with value above 3, indicating a very stable Islamic banks. The more stable a bank is, the higher its Z-score ranking. However, the global financial crisis caused by COVID-19 pandemic caused stability to begin to deteriorate in 2020 until 2024. Now, as you can see, Figure 1 trends in financial stability based on Z-score analysis. There was a consistent increase from 2017 to 2019 and reaching a peak in 2019 with a value above 3. We also highlight non-performing financing, financing to deposit ratio, and capital adequacy ratio. Non-performing financing remains relatively well maintained. Then financing to deposit ratio remains stable from 2017 to 2020. And the last one, capital adequacy ratio remains steady, indicating that Islamic banks had sufficient capital to withstand potential risks. Now we go to methodology. Proposed sampling is used in this study, which examines 10 Islamic banks in Indonesia from 2017 to 2024. The study's time frame is predicated on observing the occurrences that occurred before and during the COVID-19 outbreak. Now, as you can see, measurement for independent variables. Independent variables including non-performing financing, financing to deposit ratio, capital adequacy ratio, GDP or gross domestic product, inflation, and Indonesian bank rate. And for dependent variables including Z-score. Generalized methods of moment used because enabling more true estimate of research data with parameter uncertainty issues, such as data with autocorrelation and heteroscedasticity issues and effective estimate results. And we also build an auto-regressive model. This is used for predicted how independent variables have influence to dependent variables. And now we go to GMM parameter estimation. This is the results of our testing, table 1 GMM parameter estimation. Stata software version 16 is used in this work to generate high-quality analytic output. The data used to examine how internal and external factors affect the z-score is subject to this test. The GMM Arellano-Bon estimate will be used to the estimation test. This estimation is done to provide effective estimate results as utilizing OLS estimation in the dynamic panel equation leads to bias and inconsistent results. And the interpretation of GMM parameter estimation, NPF or non-performing financing is shown to have a negative impact on banking stability. Financing to deposit ratio displays a positive and significant effect on financial stability. Capital adequacy ratio have a strong positive relationship with financial stability. And the last one, financial stability was not significantly impacted by macroeconomic indicators such GDP or inflation. And now we go to the conclusion. The findings demonstrate the need of improving internal banking performance, especially with regard to managing non-performing loans and maintaining optimal levels of capital adequacy. Furthermore, lawmakers must draft legislation that takes into consideration the particular characteristics of Islamic financial institutions, even though macroeconomic variables like GDP and inflation may have not significant effect on the stability of Islamic banks. So this is the final stage of my presentation. Thank you for your attention and see you on the next time.